Welcome to Lunacid. After seeing Iron Pineapple review the game in one of his Souls-like videos, I knew I had to try it out. And try it out I did. After I postponed the video multiple times, that is. Well, I'm just as happy to have experienced it anyway. I always had an attraction to Kingsfield and other games like it. I remember vaguely playing something that probably was it back when I was a kid, and it sure left an impression on me, as years later I still am looking to experience the same feelings I had back then. Now I just want to talk about my experience with the game. See what I can talk about in general, but that's really the hard part because I don't know what I want to talk about. After all, it's an experience. But what is an experience in the end? I just want to talk about how fun it is to get the swords, the weapons, everything. It was super fun getting them, it was super fun using them in general. And like, especially the whole thing of, well, the motive really, the whole moon thing. So like any other Souls like any other FromSoft game really, it has the Moonlight Greatsword, and where there is a Moonlight Greatsword, there is me. It's my favorite weapon after all, and what else could I want other than a giant blue sword that goes like whoosh whoosh and like throws moonlight beams at people, like come on now. Anyway, I have one thing to talk about, and that is about how the game hooked me. Going from trying to find weapons that I like to wanting to find them all, it was fun, and at the start all I wanted to do was to get the famed blue sword. But the more I played and the more I tried to get them all, the more fun I had, the more it was in the back of my head really. It was pure fun, just the way it was back when I was a kid playing on the PS1 random games, when I didn't know enough English to get further in them and I just wandered around and guess. One of those games was, like I said before, Kingsfield, and Lunacid brought me back to more innocent times. I genuinely loved it. The atmosphere, the ambience, hell, the way the game presented itself was exactly what I loved. A world that has been felled to ruin, but even so, the few that are left don't give up, still wanting to live as well as one can live, well, in a pit, that is. And that's what I want to talk about really. I want to make a love letter, but not really, because I don't like the idea of love letters. I want to talk about the bad and the annoying parts too. The fact that dark weapons are basically fucking useless, but for like 3 mobs. The fact that there is a fucking sword that makes me blind and I had to go grind the fuck out of slimes to stop the blindness. What else? But, oh yeah, the Forlorn Arena thingy, but not the Monster Hunter one, was also fucking annoying. I was lost in there for so long, but I was not lost in the Red Sea when I was there because I could stick to a corner, and this is like, okay, you know where you're going left or you're going right because the front is locked. And you'd think that would be the gist of it, right? Like, it would be easy, oh, you're just going one of the other ways to be able to get in, but nah. It was so annoying, well, at least to me it was annoying, I don't know how other people had it, that I just fucking whipped out the map and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go through this, and, well, it made everything better. Like, genuinely, what the hell was Kira thinking here? I mean, I kinda get it, but, you know, at least it wasn't the fucking catacombs, because those were like an actual piece of shit, holy fuck. I did not fucking know how to get the other 2 braziers and light them. Like, it required me getting the coughing blood spell and remembering that I had it, because I forgot everything from like a month ago without playing the game, which is partly my fault because I also played this area, but you know. And then I was like, where are they though? Because this place is locked, I don't know how to progress, so I just said fuck it, I'm googling it. And then it all starts to make sense. I know what to do, and I learned that there was a way to get in here by going through another zone, but my stupid ass never realized until I convinced my best friend to buy the game and play it. You're welcome, Kira. Anyway, I thought I was playing a game where I don't have to Google things, but I was wrong. This is like a FromSoft game, and not everything is that easy to understand. So I opened the wiki and I started having more fun than I was before. Mostly because I don't like the tomb, but yeah, you get me. Other than that, what else would annoy me? The aggressiveness of some enemies and how they just work together. Like when I first fought a mare, I think it was the mares? The horses, the horse head ones. The ones without the body. It was probably the worst part because I would just sit there trying to fight them and they would just fucking take half of my HP. I was genuinely wondering what the fuck is happening here. And then there was the demon, not the glintstone one, the what fucking hell, what was it called? The Titanite demon from Dark Souls, the one that looks like a fucking circle. That fucking piece of shit scared the shit out of me the first time I saw it. It was just sprinting at me like a rabid dog. Ugh. It was annoying to fight it and I died to it. Never been to that area either, but like I get the whole thing of it's like ooh, scary, be careful of depth. This is the crypt and all that bullshit. And you know, I was able to outrun death. But I hated the demon more. It got better when I came back though. I fucked him up. So getting poisoned in this game, that and bleed, it was so fucking annoying, like holy fucking shit. That and fighting off pieces of shit in the prison that would just like bleed you slowly, and you know, they were slowing you down as well to add to it, annoying as fuck. Other than that, I would say the rest was fine. The Chimera was fine, the books were fine, the brain with like the nerves and only the eyes was also like really fucking cool. I loved him. Like, you know, maybe they were the mages that were so into like absorbing knowledge that they rejected their body and humanity. And to add to it all, like the books flying around also get connected with magic. Like that shit was fucking cool. I don't know, man, I love the library. The rest of the pit also has cool mobs like the Morrowind Striders and all that stuff. Ignoring the abomination of the Minotaur, of course, we don't talk about that. The whole idea of finding the books as well was really cool, like the free black books to end up getting the Moonlight spell. Man, I like the idea of just having to fight them really, or like for them. The whole VHS idea too, like trying to get a secret ending and then you have to like find tapes, and like, why tapes in a Castlevania-esque timeline? But then you slowly realize that this is just how the underground looks like, and the above ground probably looks perfectly fine, like maybe an 1800s-esque world. But it still made no sense because like tapes were invented in like the 1980s, 1970s, something like that. Which makes you realize that this is an apocalypse most likely. But not any type of apocalypse. This is a vampire hunter, the apocalypse. It's just like how you find in the catacomb these sword, and now you're playing as a hand also, which to a certain extent could also be Dee's hand. But I think that was the left hand, not the right hand, but I think you can change like the settings in it, so like it just makes sense. This is just a gigantic huge fucking nod to Vampire Hunter D. The same with like the title art for the game, which is very much Yoshitaka Amano, and I just love that idea. So, while I was writing the script for Lunacid and, you know, watching Frappolo, I was eating these things, right? These like pretzel bits, whatever the fuck, right? Nice, they taste good, but they should be pretzel bits, right? Pretzel bits, right? Mental. Anyway, back to the video. I love the way in which the artistic and stylistic choices in the game are going. The music as well. It's very fucking good seeing ThorHighHeels out of all people making music and putting it in the game. It's insane. I love that, man. Kira has generally been going up lately, like only going up. Spooky's Jumpscare Mansion was insanely good. Lost in Vivo was incredible. Like, I don't know what else to say about that shit, man. Also, the knight, the dog knight, he's like the hound, but he's supposed to be like Sigmar of Katarina, always around you from like finding his hammer in the jail, which I completely forgot about, and then going back to him randomly, and I'm like, okay, here you go, take your hammer, and that was it. Love the storyline as well. Fucking love that dude. Insane. And to add to this whole debacle, I forgot to press record and lost all of the footage of the Labyrinth of Ash, which had multiple jokes in it, but what can you do about it? Like, the whole thing with the harps and shit and like getting through everything and fighting all your way to the passage of Mahabra. Wait, that's Fear and Hunger, never mind, sorry. The passage to get to the underworld, or whatever the fuck it was called, in this, to get the secret ending. Abdul's passage, I think. It's not something I was gonna bother with doing, because, well, I don't feel like doing it. I feel like it's too much of a hassle. But anyway, I fucking love the way the game played. I didn't even mind the swamp level, and that tells you something. The sewers were fine, the swamp level was fine, the VHS part of the fucking game, I loved it, though in general I love the whole thing of it. Like, I get metagaming, it's cliche at this point, but it's cool. I like it. Especially when in the end, like, when you get all of the spells and then you go, like, fight the axolotl thingy, salmon snake looking motherfucker, and then you're, like, realizing that, oh wait, am I even fighting as myself, or am I fighting as Clive, or, well, as he shows himself at the end of the level, Calamis, the knight in the shining armor. And then you just, like, go into a fucking different game, and I'm, like, playing DDR with a fucking sword, and it's insane. And then it just fades to black, and I am in my world, which could be your dream world, like, you know, in Bloodborne. But nah, I just casually doomed the world by killing the serpent, I think, but I had fun with it, so I don't care. The canon ending is releasing the salmon snake and it resets the world. Like, I don't like that idea, but it's not about you being happy. It's why you're given the choice of not doing it. That's why you can go back to Majula, the hub zone, and just sit with the nice NPCs. Unlike Patchouli, who sold me spike potions, these guys are happy that you're still here, and when you decide not to end it all, because then you reset it all and maybe it will be someone else's fate to do it. And I feel like that's really fucking cool about it, and I felt like I was left wanting more. And I don't mean speedrunning the Tower of Abyss. Off topic, this is going to be my recreation of the first 30 minutes in the game while sharing the screen to one of my friends, Emma. While I was walking around in the water killing snails, the sky was clear. I already knew that the game had time and moon phases related to real life. It surprised her, but when I looked at the sky again, I saw fog, and well, I thought nothing of it. She probably didn't notice it either. 5 minutes later, I looked out the window to my left and saw the fog outside, and it all clicked in my head. In shock, I asked Emma, "Is there fog outside at your place?" And she said yes, and then I told her to look at the game, as there was fog now. We both went like, holy shit, it has full weather recreation. And then I promptly died shortly after. I don't know if it was a coincidence or not, but if the game has a full, like, proper weather implementation thing, props to Kirai and the team, it's like actually insane. That's all I wanted to say, so bye.